So Amplify is a project that's bringing together 3 youth theatres from around Scotland, and we're all coming together today on this beautiful festival day to share some work we've been doing. 3 different lead artists have been in 3 different locations, all with different youth theatres, looking at protests together. We've come up with 3 very, very different short little vignettes or sketches of performance, and then we've got this festival day today, which is where we're going to share with each other. So I've been working with a group of 5 young people, and together we've been exploring this idea of being too much. Our piece is sort of protesting that and thinking about what are the ways in which society tells us you're too much, you're too this, you're too that. They've all devised a new set of aliens. They're all different aliens, and each alien is too something. So one is too weird, the other one's too quiet.
We did an exploration into protest, really. That was our kind of main focus. I was looking at different forms of protest and also the kind of performative elements of protest. And so we did a look at the personal and how we relate to ourselves, how we relate to our community, how do we relate to where we're from. But we also started to look at the political. So we looked at various different types of protest and how protest kind of shapes. So we just started everything we did over that weekend. We kind of transposed onto our long table. Everything we did, whether it was physical activities that we take pictures of and cut out and stick down, whether it is personal reflections, whether it was notes from a presentation that I gave about those different examples of protest. And we came up with this list of questions that we wanted to ask each other about protest and about our beliefs of why protest is important. And we asked those questions to each other, and then on the Sunday we cut those out. We started highlighting the bits that we really resonated with. During that time as well, they started working on their own protests. They started identifying things that they wanted to change. They started to identify ways in which they wanted to change that.
We met some of the local young people and we made a performance. And what our performance was about imagining all the worst things in the world. And what I mean by the worst things in the world, specifically I mean the worst people. And we took all those ideas of how you become the worst person and we made a wee show about it. In order to understand who we felt the enemy was, we thought we'd have a go at trying to be like them.
Young people should be heard because they're the future generation. They will shape our planet and our societies and will eventually be, they're seeing this through TikToks or YouTube videos or for the news articles on the TV, and they're seeing people do what they believe is right.
So they think maybe they can follow suit and stand up for what they believe is right.
Children see the world like nobody else.
They will be the adults. They will be better for our generation and for the generation behind us and behind the generation to come. We won't be heard unless we have other people, so we have like a huge community to do it. There is more of us to take a stand. Be responsible.
Change the future.
Does take a lot of bravery, doesn't it?
It does take a lot of bravery.
I could definitely change the future.
Are you tired? Yeah? Alright.